Students, Assalamu alaikum. As you know that there is a lockdown in our valley due to the pandemic coronavirus disease. So it is impossible for you to come to school, to read in the school. So we have started the lecture series on the YouTube that may help you to read at your homes. So today we are going to start with I am going to start with class 9th. The very first topic is biological classification. I have taken this topic from chapter number 4, that is biological diversity. I may here convey you that this chapter is also in 11th biology, so it may also help 11th class students. Dear students, if you know that there are approximately 1.7 to 1.8 million species of plants and animals in this universe who have given biological nomenclature, who have given their names. 1.7 to 1.8 million स्पीशीज है इस यूनिवर्स में प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स के जिनको नाम दिया गया है बायोलॉजिकल नोमेनक्लेचर एंड देयर आर मिलियंस ऑफ स्पीशीज हु आर येट टू बी नोन. और अगर हम इन स्पीशीज को देखेंगे 1.7 टू 1.8 मिलियन स्पीशीज ऑफ प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स, इनको देखेंगे, इनको पढ़ने के लिए हमने बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन की है. बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन में हमें इन मिलियंस ऑफ स्पीशीज को पढ़ने में आसानी होती है. फॉर कन्वीनिएंट स्टडी ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स वी हैव मेकिंग द बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ दीज ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ स्पीशीज. दिस बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन हेल्प्स अस in the correct identification of these living organisms, and also this biological classification gives us the origin of these living organisms. Also, it is a biological classification which helps us to study the phylogenetic relationship, evolutionary relationship, phylogenetic relationship between these living organisms. So, this biological classification is very, very important because it helps us to study this huge amount of living organisms in a convenient way, find their relationship, to find their phylogenetic relationship, to find their origin. It is only and only with the help of this biological classification. So, the first biological classification was given by Aristotle. He was a scientist. First biological classification was given by Aristotle. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. He was a Greek philosopher. Also, he is known as the father of biology. He is also known as the father of biology. Also, he is known as the father of zoology. He is also known as the father of zoology. As per Aristotle's classification is concerned, Aristotle classified the plants into 3 classes. He classified plants into 3 classes: herbs, shrubs, and trees. He classified plants into 3 classes: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Dear students, you know that herbs are those plants which are without woody stem. And also, we use their stems, their flowers for food or for spices. The biggest herb plant is banana tree. Banana tree is also a herb plant. So biggest herb प्लांट इज, जो सबसे बड़ा हर्ब प्लांट है वो बनाना प्लांट है. बनाना ट्री जो है वो सबसे बड़ा हर्ब प्लांट है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बिगेस्ट हर्ब प्लांट इज बनाना ट्री. व्हाई इट इज अ हर्ब प्लांट? Banana tree. Why it is a herb plant? Because it has no woody stem. Its stem is very soft, so it is a herb plant. Biggest herb plant is banana tree. Now coming towards the shrubs. Shrubs are those plants which are in between herbs and trees. They have the woody stem, but they are small plants. They are small woody stem. They have woody stem. They are smaller than the trees. For example, if you take the example, rose plant. Rose plant is a shrub. Now coming towards the trees. Trees, as you know well, they are the bigger plants. They have the woody stems, etc. For example, apple tree. Apple tree. This is a classification which are given by the Aristotle, and he classified the plants into three classes: herbs, shrubs, and trees. Herbs are without the woody stem; they are the small plants. Their flowers, their stem, etc., are used as the food. And biggest herb plant is the banana tree. Remember this point. Number second is the shrubs. Shrubs are the intermediate plants. They lie between the herbs and trees, but they have the woody stem. Example: rose plant. And trees, they are the bigger plants. They have woody stem, etc. So this was a classification given by the Aristotle. He classified plants into three classes, and he classified also animals into two classes. He classified animals into two classes. Animals without a red blood, and animals with a red blood. He classified animals on the basis of the color of the blood. Animals without red blood and animals with red blood. Animals without red blood are, he also named them as anemia. Animals without red blood, anemia. A-N-A-I-M-A. Anema. Animals without red blood. And animals with red blood, he called them as also anema. Anema. So this is a classification of animals given by the Aristotle. Aristotle classified animals into two classes. Animals without red blood, he called them as anema. And animals with red blood, he also called them as enema. Also in some books there is written that animals without red blood, so that they don't contain the red blood cells. And animals with red blood, they contain the red blood cells. So this is a classification of Aristotle. Aristotle classified plants into three classes: herbs, shrubs, and trees. And he classified animals into two groups: animals without red blood and animals with red blood. Animals with red blood, he called them as enema, and animals without red blood, we called them as anema. So this is the whole classification given by the Aristotle. After Aristotle comes another scientist. The name of that scientist is, you know well, that is Theophrastus. The name of that scientist is Theophrastus. Theophrastus. Both Aristotle and Theophrastus, they were the Greek philosophers. Remember this point. Both Aristotle and Theophrastus, they were the Greek philosophers. Aristotle and Theophrastus both were the Greek philosophers. Aristotle is also known as the father of ancient plant taxonomy. And he is also known as, Aristotle was known as the father of zoology. Theophrastus is known as father of father of botany. He had wrote three books of Theophrastus. Three books, very important books. The books written by Theophrastus are Historia Plantaris. Historia Plantaris. And this book is also known as the very first book of botany. This book is also known as first book of botany. Remember this, first book of botany. Another book which he wrote is Causes of Plants. Causes of Plants. And third book which he wrote is known as Inquiry into Plants. Inquiry into Plants. Theophrastus classified plants into four classes. Aristotle classified plants into three classes, whereas Theophrastus classified plants into four classes. And these classes are herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. So this was a classification given by the Theophrastus. Theophrastus is known as a Greek philosopher. He is known as a father of ancient plant taxonomy, father of botany. He has written three books: Historia Plantaria, first book of botany, Causes of Plants, Inquiry into Plants. He has classified plants into four groups: herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. Now comes very important scientist which you know well, that is Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus. First comes Aristotle and then Theophrastus. Now comes the Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus, he was a very famous scientist. First his exact name, इसका जो actual name था, that was Carl von Linné. Very important. His actual name जो है, इसका actual name जो है, वो है Carl von Linné. फिर उसने बायोलॉजिकल नोमेनक्लेचर दिया. उसमें उसने लैटिन लैंग्वेज इस्तेमाल की. In binomial nomenclature, he uses Latin language, and he also changes his name, Carl von Linné, and he changes his name और उसने अपना नाम रखा Carolus Linnaeus. Latin language में उसने अपना नाम रखा Carolus Linnaeus. उसको कहते हैं, he is also known as father of taxonomy. Theophrastus is known as father of ancient taxonomy, and he is known as father of taxonomy. He is also known as father of binomial nomenclature. Carolus Linnaeus is also known as father of binomial nomenclature. The various important books which he wrote, he has written 5 books. As Carolus Linnaeus has written 5 important books which you have to remember. The 5 books which Carolus Linnaeus has written. Number first book is Hortus Uplandix. Hortus Uplandix. This is a very first book written by Carolus Linnaeus. And another book written by Carolus Linnaeus is Philosophia Botanica. Philosophia Botanica. Another book written by Carlos Linnaeus is Species Planetarium. Species Planetarium. This is the third number. Number fourth book written by Carlos Linnaeus is General Planetarium. Another book written by Carlos Linnaeus is Systema Naturae. Systema Naturae. तो these are the 5 books. ये 5 books Carlos Linnaeus ने लिखी है. Hortus Appendix, Philosophy of Botanica, Species Planetarium, General Planetarium and Systema Naturae. जो as you know well कि Carlos Linnaeus ने बायोनोमियल नोमेनक्लेचर दिया है जो हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. फिलॉसफी ऑफ बॉटनिका में उसने क्या लिखा? फिलॉसफी ऑफ बॉटनिका में उसने लिखा है प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ नोमेनक्लेचर. प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ नोमेनक्लेचर. प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ नोमेनक्लेचर ये इसने फिलॉसफी ऑफ बॉटनिका में लिखा है. स्टाफ के हमेशा पाई
बुकन मैंने पता है कोई ड्रूम टिकट कमर थका है या और शरा मिनट देती जी सेकंड
स्पीशीज प्लांटेरियम जो तीसरी बुक कैरलस लीनियस ने लिखी है उसमें उसने दिया है साइंटिफिक नेम्स ऑफ प्लांट्स. जो आप बायोनोमियल नोमेनक्लेचर पढ़ते हैं प्लांट्स के बारे में उनका नाम प्लांट्स का नाम इस बुक में दिया है कैरलस लीनियस ने. स्पीशीज प्लांटेरियम साइंटिफिक नेम्स ऑफ प्लांट्स. उसके बाद उसकी जो 4th बुक है जनरल प्लांटेरियम उसमें उसने दिया है डिटेल्ड डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ प्लांट किंगडम. प्लांट किंगडम जो है उसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन दी है जनरल प्लांटेरियम बुक में. और उसकी जो 5th बुक है वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बुक द नेम ऑफ दैट बुक इज सिस्टमा नेचुराe. 5वीं बुक जो कैरलस लीनियस ने दी है उसका नाम है सिस्टमा नेचुराe. इस बुक में उसने साइंटिफिक नेम्स ऑफ एनिमल्स दिए जो बायोनोमियल नोमेनक्लेचर दिया है उसने फॉर प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स. प्लांट्स का नाम उसने स्पीशीज प्लांटेरियम में दिया है और एनिमल्स का नाम उसने दिया है सिस्टमा नेचुराe में. याद रखना जो स्पीशीज प्लांटेरियम है जो वो बुक है वो पब्लिश हुई 1 मई 1753. रिमेंबर दिस डेट. ये जो डेट है 1 मई 1753 इससे पहले जो भी नाम दिए गए हैं प्लांट्स को दे आर नॉट वैलिड. आफ्टर दिस डेट जो 1 मई 1753 के बाद जो नाम दिए गए हैं प्लांट्स को दे आर वैलिड. और इसी तरह एनिमल्स सिस्टमा नेचुराe ये जो ये बुक है इसका फर्स्ट एडिशन आया है 1735 में इसका फर्स्ट एडिशन आया है. और इसका जो 10th एडिशन आया है इस बुक का वो आया है 1 अगस्त 1758. और इस नाम के बाद 1 अगस्त 1758 के बाद जो भी नाम्स एनिमल्स को दिए गए हैं दे आर वैलिड. एंड बिफोर दिस डेट इससे पहले फॉर एग्जांपल 1756 1750 जो नाम दिए गए हैं एनिमल्स को दे आर नॉट वैलिड. सो प्लांट्स के नाम्स वैलिड है 1 मई 1753 के बाद. एनिमल्स के नाम्स वैलिड है 1 अगस्त 1758 के बाद. दिस इज द 10th एडिशन ऑफ द सिस्टमा नेचुराe जिसका फर्स्ट एडिशन आया था 1735 में. और इस बुक में कैरलस लीनियस ने दिया है डिटेल्ड डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ एनिमल किंगडम और आउटलाइन क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट किंगडम. ये याद रखना है डिटेल्ड डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ प्लांट किंगडम उसने दिया है जनरल प्लांटेरियम में. आउटलाइन क्लासिफिकेशन प्लांट किंगडम की वो इसने दी है सिस्टमा नेचुराe में. So these are the 5 books written by Carolus Linnaeus: Hortus Appendix, Philosophy of Botanica, Species Planetarium, General Planetarium and Systema Naturae. उसके बाद कैरलस लीनियस ने जो क्लासिफिकेशन दी है उसको कहते हैं 2 किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन. उसने लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को डिवाइड किया 2 किंगडम्स में. Plantae animalia. Plantae animalia. This is kingdom 1 and kingdom 2. Plantae को उसने डिवाइड किया 24 ग्रुप्स ऑफ प्लांट्स बनाए उसने किंगडम प्लांटिया में उसने 24 ग्रुप्स बनाए किंगडम प्लांटिया के on the basis of stamen and carpel. Stamen and carpel, these are the reproductive parts of the plant. For example, stamen जो होता है, it is a male part of the plant, and carpel, it is a female part of the plant. So, on this basis, on the basis of reproductive system, he has classified plants into 24 groups, and this two kingdom classification is also known by this name as sexual system of classification. टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन को हम कहते हैं सेक्सुअल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन एंड दिस टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन व्हिच वाज गिवन बाय कैरोलस लिनियस इज आल्सो नोन एज आर्टिफिशियल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. दिस इज आल्सो नोन एज आर्टिफिशियल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. सो दिस कैरोलस लिनियस हु इज नोन एज फादर ऑफ बायोनॉमिनल नोमेनक्लेचर, उसने टू किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन दी है, किंगडम प्लांटिया एंड किंगडम एनिमलिया. किंगडम प्लांटिया डिवाइडेड इनटू 24 ग्रुप्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्टेमन एंड कार्पल. उसके बुनियाद पे उसको कहते हैं सेक्सुअल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. दिस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड आर्टिफिशियल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. That is all for today. Inshallah, tomorrow we will come back. Thanks.